Something will have
to make.
I am paid by Veteran Affairs, and I would like to come out as like someone who's paid by the company and say,
Drawn in the victim's blood, clockwise with 3 fingers of his right hand, wearing a rubber kitchen glove. I'm stoked to finally see one in the flesh.
Donald Trump probably is the one who murdered Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump right here, they were best friends for over a decade. That is in Jeffrey Epstein's own words on tape. He and Donald Trump were best friends for over a decade. We have pictures of Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, and his wife, all of them all hanging out together. Donald Trump even knew what Jeffrey Epstein was into. In an interview, years and years before Donald Trump ever even thought about being president, Jeffrey Epstein's name gets mentioned. Donald Trump says Jeff likes him young. So he knew the entire time. When Jeffrey Epstein got arrested back in 2005, he was taken to, he was given a sweetheart deal. He was given a Diddy deal, where they only took him for solicitation. Who gave him that deal? Alex Acosta. Alex Acosta, after doing this deal, became Trump's Secretary of Labor in 2017. In 2019, Donald Trump was looking at getting a new Attorney General. And Alex Acosta, they talked about maybe making him Attorney General. But that's when it came out that he gave Jeffrey Epstein this sweetheart Diddy deal. And then Alex Acosta had to resign. Meanwhile, Donald Trump had to go find a new Attorney General. Who did he find? Bill Barr. Bill Barr knew Jeffrey Epstein because Bill Barr's dad worked closely with Jeffrey Epstein back in college and all this shit. It's all connected here, okay? So, Jeffrey Epstein gets arrested again. He's thrown into a federal penitentiary. That federal penitentiary is overseen by the Attorney General and the President through the Federal Bureau of Prisons, the FBI, the Department of Justice. They seized 10,000 hours of video. They got it in 4K. There's a list, a blackmail list, all this different stuff, right? And then suddenly, Jeffrey Epstein shows up dead one day. And everybody's saying in the FBI, they're like, ah, it's a suicide. But everyone's like, that doesn't feel like it. It doesn't fucking feel like it. It doesn't fucking feel like it. Meanwhile, we fast forward a few more months. Ghislaine Maxwell gets arrested. What does Donald Trump do? He goes into a press conference and he says, I wish her well. And then she never fucking talks. She never talks. She could have turned state's evidence against all these fucking people, but she never does. She stays quiet because she knows what they did to Jeff. Now, 5 years later, here we are. We're in Trump 47, take 2. Suddenly, we got Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. These two did podcasts talking about the Epstein list all the fucking time, about how when they get power, they're going to release the Epstein list. Pam Bondi said that the Epstein list was on her desk. She was waiting to clear it. And now they've gone and said that it doesn't even exist anymore. There's nothing there. There is no evidence. Case closed. Jeffrey Epstein, he did it to himself. And now Donald Trump's out here saying, oh, we shouldn't be talking about Epstein. We should talk about all these other different things. Also, meanwhile, same cabinet bought a new cabinet, RFK Jr., he was on the list. He flew on the plane twice. It's all connected. It's all connected.
Donald Trump.
Donald?
Trump.
You're a ghoul. If you don't get horny reading Fangoria, I'm Britney Spears.
This is you trying to redeem yourself, is it?
He irks me. He's irksome.
And that is the expressed opinion of formerly.
I make things work.
Now,
Made up.
We know that for a fact.
No, you died.
I regenerate. You thought you'd never see me again, didn't you? Well, too bad. I'm alive, but I'm afraid I cannot say the same thing for
The United States. Full of
United Fakes.
You wanna fuck me? Like Israel fucked my
Country after country.
This whole country.
This whole country.
This whole country.
This whole country.
Ran by
fucking Nazis.
ran by
Fucking Nazis.
Kill the Nazis, 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 kill the Nazis.
Every type of solution to every problem seems to require a implicit step zero of stop doing anything remotely practical to solve this problem right this second, because the yet to be invented step one is right around the corner. They don't want to stop the problem. They just want to pander to eugenics and make you buy their snake oil pills, you know?
Everything that the common person knows about slavery is a sanitization of how bad slavery in America actually was.
The average person doesn't know that slaves had their body parts used for furniture, their bones melted down into grease for people's hair, their craniums made into cups for ceremonies. People would pay to get pleasure from their lifeless bodies. But national museums are under review because some people think they talk too much about how bad slavery was. When I was taught about the civil rights movement, no one told me that in the same time period, black bodies were being used for experiments by the government. Even when they told me protesters got sprayed with fire hoses, they didn't tell me the water pressure was high enough to shred human flesh. If that makes you feel bad, good, because slavery was a bad thing. And now that you know the story, you can do something. If you choose to ignore your past, it's only a matter of time before your future becomes the stories you left behind.
I've always found the idea of death comforting. The thought that my life could end at any moment frees me to fully appreciate the beauty and art and horror of everything this world has to offer.
A death benefit.
Upon taking his own life, Socrates offered a rooster to the god of healing Asclepius to pay his debt.
What debt might that be?
Socrates' death was not a defeat, but a cure.
For 110 years, We, the people of the world, have been lied to. We're a group of very small number of criminal, industrial conspirators decided to subordinate the entirety of the human population for the purpose of their sinister plans to enrich themselves while impoverishing and killing the rest of humanity. And I'm done being polite. We've long passed polite. When the words acceptable death rate become part of an industrial norm, we have lost the plot of humanity. Well, I'm going to tell you, since its formation in the 1940s, the World Health Organization has been nothing more than a criminal cartel that has a sole and singular intent. This is actually provable by their own words in their own hand. And they use a four-step process to execute every one of their nefarious plans. They begin by planning an exercise, then they go to the business of funding that exercise, then they create the rationale for the thing that they're going to do, and then they deploy and profit from it.
The Industrial Revolution with agriculture. People were a necessary commodity. That's how GDP worked. Now we have AI, which can do so many jobs of so many people, and we're cutting the market. So people are no longer collateral, they're no longer chattel, they're no longer useful for us or GDP. They're actually liabilities. Form of population control and enslavement. They're basically trying to lay people off. These people are then on the streets, put into jail, and they'll get sick and they'll die.
That's pretty dark. That's kind of what Orwell warned about in 1984. Just
a little worse.
You're basically saying they're essentially trying to just kill off whole swaths of the population.
Yes, they're culling now.
In order for Jesus to come back, the world has to end. It has to. So that means there's about 90 to 100 million people that are pretty excited about it. And that's kind of problematic to those of us who don't fucking believe that shit, right? And a lot of those people are in legislative positions. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, is there any way they're crafting policy to accelerate the prophecy? Yeah, think about that for a second. Not exactly humorous, but powerful.
Hi, my name's Calico Bailey, and I am quite tired of having a mind that is violently fractured, and I'm also tired of having a violent childhood trauma akin to a Me Too movement. Unfortunately, I subconsciously focus on thoughts that previously felt symbolic, which causes the average happening to be confusing to me, and socializing to be a problem, but my experience, very knowledgeable in that. Women, just like Sherry, taught me all I know, and because of that, I have fostered a refined shape and sense. Although my mom hates me because I couldn't save her from a man disconnected from the concept of consent. The unfortunate part of that isn't that my mom hates me, it's the fact that I was a child. So, being blamed and told I do things and that I haven't had time to do or have time to defend myself against is truly agonizing, because while communication is cried for, I just seem to hear the wind. The wind of the trees. I, unfortunately, am heavily inhibited by my mental disorders, of which there is a list of. But I make music and write poetry and songs, and like I'm on my second book at the moment because I want to try to not caricature a human, so I do things like a human would, and I can also murder sometimes, and it's quite debilitating. I'm tired of feeling so messed up, for lack of a better term. what to feel when, what to believe when nothing is believable, and how to feel when disconnected from the concept of living when existing to think the very thing. I don't know how to live, but I know how to survive, which is partly helpful to some people. I want to sleep through the grief, so I'll turn the moon on repeat. But unfortunately, some people can't sleep. They're stuck in their head with a tree. And I'm stuck in mine with a rope. But hopefully, I can understand how to be human and have hope. Maybe one day. I could float away from the shore and the sea, but I can still see that the moon sees me. And that's cool, but its beauty is beyond me to reach. Which is tragic, because it seems like the only thing that's real is the moon. Words can't express the fear I feel inside my breath, but the music that I said I made earlier aptly describes how I feel, because even as much as my friends will tell me that my poetry is great, I think it's dog shit. But my music is something, so I speak through that to be human's the closest word I can pick here, because I mean I have flesh and bones like the rest of you, but I don't feel like what's underneath is the same thing. Sure, I may see fingers and toes. I know this is but I don't feel like a person that's actually walking around. I feel like something that, even though I was sheltered as a kid, everybody's been sheltered. My first friend was me, and then my second was my sixth grade. And that'll have a detrimental thought process come along, but then I just make music and hopefully I'll be okay. But then, you know, of course I turn on that little black box that I have in my pocket that makes the library of Alexandria see the book, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's see if I can get my humanity. Genocide, 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 genocide. Oh wow, okay, let me just go to a different app. The person that's, it looks like a kid. Oh my gosh. So it's just like I just put my phone down, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I can learn from books. So I go to the library, and then I go up there, and they're like, hello, sir. And then I forget, oh yeah, I look like a man, even though I'm not. So that's a bit of starstruck appearance, even though I wear this white square on my chest, and I have for 2 years now, and still people just tee it up, which is weird, because the jump to is, oh, well, if you have a beard, you're a man. Oh, well, you have a strong jawline. I'll live your life. So, like, jawline doesn't mean much. But I still have to live through this exterior that I'm not, and it hurts me to a degree that really only my past seems to bring up. Like, for instance, you've seen me. You've probably seen me. And I've probably said that it was because of a window. Well, I put my arm through a window in front of my mother to show her that I didn't care about her anymore, because she finally admitted something to me that she's kept secret for about my entire life. When I was 8, my stepdad did a thing to my sister that only married couples do, put 2 and 2 together, and he blamed it on me, and for the longest time I believed it until my sister hit me back up after not talking to me for several years because sheltered stuff, and was like, hey, I know it's been a while, I'm almost 19, and I'm like, 19? Whoa, that's crazy work. That's crazy. The last time I saw you, you were 13. That's a wild word. And she was like, hey, I just want to let you know that, like, you didn't do it. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. So I went down there, and, you know, I held a little party with her, because, you know, I have money now. It's great from the VA. But I then saw my mom, and I was like, hey, Autumn told me what happened. What's up? What's up with that? And then she was like, well, yeah, I know that you didn't do it. I know it was Matt. And I'm like, so why didn't you tell me? And she's like, well, I thought you'd be obvious that you didn't do it. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, nonverbal communication really does work, apparently. But it doesn't. But I know what does work, and it's so far theater. And it's been going so well for me that this unprepped side of the monologue was definitely unprepped for everybody here. So I thank you all for listening. Curtin.
Did was so like beautiful and gentle and twisted, and you know what I mean? It's not overtly obviously psychotic or evil. There's something so charming and just dashing and just sucks you in, like you cannot tear your eyes away from and I don't know how he does it. I don't know what he does. It's just, I can't explain it, I can't describe it. I can only just stare in utter awe and love and devotion. What are you doing?
Climbing on my soapbox, Judge. I do it once a week.
Get off that thing now, Mr. Shore.
You sure? This is vintage soapbox stuff. We've got God, money, politics, homosexuality. Has anyone ever heard of restless leg syndrome? It's where you move your leg about in your sleep. It's awful. You may have it. May not keep you awake, doesn't really harm you in any way, may not bother you in the slightest, but nonetheless it's awful. The pharmaceutical companies have declared it so. So they've invented a drug and you simply must take it. If you haven't heard of restless leg, by the way, you probably have attention deficit disorder. Awful. We've got a lot of drugs for that one. You must take them. You're depressed. You're not sleeping enough. You think you're shy, but you've actually got a social anxiety disorder. Weak stream, irritable bowel syndrome. You people have all kinds of ailments you don't know about. Luckily, we've got drugs for every one of them. You must take them. My colleague has a case involving a forgetting pill. You can take that one to forget you ever had restless leg or irritable bowels.
Mr. Shore, what are you talking about?
Same-sex attraction disorder. And what troubles me is why the folks in Big Pharmaceutical haven't invented a pill for this disease. Clearly they're in the business of selling sickness. If there was a profit to be made, they would make it. And with an estimated gay population of over 10 million in the US alone, there's certainly a big enough market. Could it be that they can't cure it? Well, not to worry. If Big Pharmaceutical can't do it, maybe Big Religion can. And they are. They're the ones who have coined the term same-sex attraction disorder. It's a very good name. Very important, a good name. It's a crucial first step in disqualifying homosexuals as a segment of the population and categorizing them as a disease. Makes homosexuals seem less like people and more like the flu. And with terrible, awful symptoms. But curable. And therefore less concerning when it comes to things like an individual's rights, freedom, privacy, marriage. Big Religion is very concerned with marriage. Big Religion is the one filling the pockets of Congress and actually got them to propose a constitutional ban on gay marriage. Think about that. A governmentally imposed systematic prejudice against a class based on their sexual orientation. Never mind that one of the most trusted evangelical advisors to the president was himself having a homosexual affair on the side. Never mind that one of our congressmen was writing naughty emails to his teenage male pages. Isn't it just a disease? And I thought it was curable. That's what they told me down at the church. Well, you can legislate against it. You can give it a clever name and treat people for it. You can shut your eyes, have sex with your wife, and pretend it all feels right. You can join the church and swear to be celibate for the rest of your life. You can drive around on a Saturday night with a baseball bat and try to beat it out of some poor soul you happen to meet. You can even come to this courtroom and testify as to your new leaf and how well it's all working. What a miracle. My only response is, give it time. We'll see. Meanwhile, this company took $40,000 from my client, promising to cure him of his gayness. Only in America, only in a country that overtly and notoriously celebrates its prejudice against a class of people by proposing constitutional amendments. God bless us all, home of the brave. Shame on you. Couldn't you have at least offered a money-back guarantee and thrown in a blender?
can save your life. Entertainment will never be your salvation. Entertainment, by and large, is escapism, and no one has ever escaped their chains by forgetting they were there.
No needs, only wants. What I want to make me happy. What I want, concrete reservoir, a desperate attempt to make me happy.
You will not be saved through entertainment alone. Expecting Kendrick to rap so good that Trump is like, I'ma stop. There's these things called books, and every revolutionary that the government was scared enough to murder, almost all of them wrote one before they died. And they're so confident that you won't read it, they have it for free at the library.
So you believe that God gave you this gift because he wants to keep you in misery?
I never thought about it that way.
In which way do you think?
Sometimes I think.
Yes.
Well, maybe.
Go on.
Maybe he chose the wrong time.
What do you mean the wrong time?
Maybe God made me a painter for people who aren't born yet.
Possibly.
It is said life is for sowing. The harvest is not here.
Walk until there's only one of you left. Maintain a speed of 3 miles per hour. Fall below the speed, you get a warning. Can't make speed in 10 seconds, you get an additional warning. 3 warnings, you get your ticket. Walk 1 hour at speed, 1 warning is erased, and so on. If you step off the pavement, you will get your ticket without warning. The goal is to last the longest. There's one winner and no finish line.
Who makes a movie
about kids
getting shot? Same year, but more openly.
Make you notice what you've always surely noticed.
Jeffrey Epstein.
We alienate Israel and Palestine.
The Armenian Genocide.
Guatemala, Sudan, Cyprus.
Where the Belgians were to the Congo.
Wars, genocide, murder.
Wait. Also,
Stephen King is
a pedophile.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters.
This land was made.
Your Honor, I'm requesting a motion to dismiss the charges.
On what grounds?
My client has been openly critical of the police force and their treatment of people of color. And as a result, the FBI has labeled him as a black identity extremist.
No playing the race card, Miss Keating.
Well, it's not a card if it's a fact, Judge. And if they can't find the evidence to prove it, then they'll fabricate it.
Objection. There's no proof of that.
You want proof? My client was so concerned with being illegally monitored by law enforcement that he decided to monitor himself in his own apartment. An agent plants the evidence that the FBI can't find in the first place. Now, this mask is the only evidence that's connecting Mr. Maddox to the man in the photo. So as such, I am asking permission to play that race card and get this case dismissed.
Mr. Bordeaux, would you like to drop these charges, or are you going to humiliate your office by having me dismiss them?
My apologies, Your Honor, and yes, the government officially withdraws all charges against Mr. Maddox.
Case dismissed.
Have we ever tried to meddle in other countries' elections?
Oh, probably, but it was for the good of the system in order to avoid the communists from taking over. For example, in Europe, in 47, 48, 49, the Greeks, the Italians,
we don't do that now, though. We don't mess around in other people's elections.
Only for a very good cause.
Can you do that? Do a Vine video on a former CIA director.
Only for a very good cause in the interests of
Rupert Murdoch.
Margaret Thatcher.
And Reagan.
He just said that America will run Venezuela. He said now that he's removed the government of Venezuela, America is running the country, okay? That means Venezuela is now officially a United States colony by default. I want you to understand this, okay? We are doing imperialism right now. This is empire. This is empire. He is going to strip the resources of Venezuela. He has already stated that he has spoken to United States oil companies who are going to go in there and start making money. This is our empire now, okay? I need you to understand that. We are at war. You don't invade. It was a police action. It was a military. No, we're not leaving. He said we're not leaving. He said, quote, we are there now, indefinitely. I know it's hard to follow because he took so many goddamn pills that our drowsy dictator can barely keep his eyes open for this shit. But I need you to understand. Talk to your friends. Talk to your grandparents who are in Vietnam and your uncles who were in Iraq and ask them how the fuck that worked out. Because that is your present now. We're never getting off this fucking cycle. It's just every 20 years, we invade someplace, we watch all our money go away, and then we wonder why we don't have fucking health care.
God can't save any of us because it's inelegant. Elegance is more important than suffering.
The audacity that this government has to label me and my sisters who are doing their job. The government is meant to provide for its people, to label us as domestic terrorists. Y'all need to start worrying about your own people instead of worrying about mine.
There's a reason why leftist politics, liberal politics are very reluctant to include disabled people. And that's because disability is Democrats' scapegoat for DEI and DEIA. And that's because the Democratic Party is foundationally reliant upon eugenics.
So what's your name?
Me? Why me?
Spoon?
Little Tommy the Queer.
Okay, all right.
I'm Troll.
I'm Hamburger.
Or Mr. Potato Head.
My name's Nate and I'm 15.
And I'm Justin, I'm 16.
My name is Herc. My name's Sage.
My name is Pinwheel.
My name is Keith Morris, and I was the original lead singer in Black Flag.
right at sea. I see nobody but bad inside trees. No more focus, hocus pocus, shout the words, I'm like a locust. Singing and singing, I'm just bringing my living, I'm smashing my passion, that's the lasting compassion, never living the love, just breathing the bleed, never seeing the seed, just eating the feed, every loss, no compassion, the king ran their way up the double knot of strings. So many hopeless romantic poets in panic, please for the rest of us to sing and have it, leave the it up to me, I'm living, all unnaturally, I'm driven over my hopes and dreams, so believe me, over how it even matters, never even given, down underground in our humble home, of course we can float or we can drown, no matter the cost, we hear the sound, all day a motor's gouged into the ground. Natural expectation is the life that we found. Ones and zeros of the year. Once and more heroes, why do they fear? Swing sinners' blood on a noose. Every line has juice. Don't know whether or not breathing is a product or part of my day, cause it gets in the way of not talking. I don't like carrying conversation, cause it gets in the way of my suicidal ideations. Air quotes, blind quotes, despair revolts. We know what we show is what we know. We know who we show, believe in yourself or die in the snow. I'm here instead of my dad, I'm loving instead of bad. I'm grateful for the friends, yes you know. I'm glad I go to bed with a bullet-filled pillow, it's sad. Air quotes, blind quotes, despair revolts. We know what we show is what we know. We know who we show, believe in yourself or die in the snow. Breathing is a productive part of my day, cause it gets in the way of suicidal ideations.
They say they're pro-life because they want the baby to be born, go to school, and get shot in the school. Die in the school, die on the streets. No. That is what they say.
Fascism is a form of palingenetic ultra-nationalism. Now that word palingenetic comes from palingenesis, the idea of a national rebirth. Fascism is obsessed with a cult of national purity and an idea of a mythic golden past that must be returned to through a form of national rebirth. The nation, which is imagined to be humiliated and threatened on the international stage, must be reborn through a broad-based revolutionary nationalist movement that defines itself against the backdrop of political gridlock and rejects both liberal reformism and leftist class struggle. Are you tracking with me so far? Fascism is a style of politics, not a form of government. It is a process, not an end result. While fascism tends to end with jackbooted thugs in the night and boxcars to Dachau or slit trenches in Treblinka, it usually starts as a protest movement inside a broader conservative coalition. The problem is that conservatives have a weakness. They are more afraid of the left and its radicalization than they are of the right. Fascists exploit this weakness in order to form an alliance with traditional conservatives, which they then hollow out from the inside.
Don't you come in here and say, we want to preserve life so people can get shot.
That's what I've seen.
At work when ICE agents walk in, asking for someone by name, do you pretend not to hear the ICE agents? Do you warn your coworker and give them time to leave out of the back door? Do you stall the agents, leaving a bar when you see someone harassing a trans person? Do you walk away? Do you intervene with the tools or the people that are with you? Do you check in on the person that's being harassed? Every day we face choices that test our values. This is because resistance isn't a moment. It's a muscle that we exercise again and again and again. Anarchist calisthenics are the small daily acts of disobedience that prepare us for something bigger. Because resistance isn't just a stop sign. It's a continuum that takes us from individual acts of defiance to collective modes of liberation and resistance. So again, I ask, what would you do?
Cool history lesson. Great political theories. But what are we gonna do?
Stop going to work, buy a gun and learn how to use it. Grow your own food. Be religiously kind to people. Refuse service to people who refuse to be decent. Master your language. A thought is not dangerous until it is clear. Steal from big businesses. Vandalize what the oppressor calls theirs. Take what they say buy. Create what they say consume. Undo what they say to uphold. Become an obstacle. Name names. Don't feed the trolls, but school the unwise. Ask more questions. Use more cash. Flood these apps with truth. Go outside more and buy another gun.
Following is an official communication from the Department of Homeland Security. To all ICE officers, you have federal immunity in the conduct of your duties. Anybody who lays a hand on you, or tries to stop you, or tries to obstruct you, is committing a felony. You have immunity to perform your duties, and no one, no city official, no state official, no illegal alien, no leftist agitator, or domestic insurrectionist can prevent you from fulfilling your legal obligations and duties. The Department of Justice has made clear that if officials cross that line into obstruction, into criminal conspiracy against the United States or against ICE officers, then they will face justice. That was posted at 6:06 p.m. on January 13th, 2026 to the official Homeland Security Twitter account with a video of a government official repeating those exact words on Fox News.